following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello, and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. I thought it'd be useful to get a little history of the pandemics. Let's go back 3,000 years ago, when smallpox was really causing havoc all over the world. And there are Chinese mummies from 3,000 years ago. When they, unwrapped them, they have all these smallpox pustules all over their face and chest and arms and bodies and things like that. So we know that the smallpox was killing people back then. Okay, that was 3,000 years ago. Now, the the pandemics and smallpox just kept going and going and going until 1797. Kind of like a country doctor by the name of Edward Jenner from England noticed that the milkmaids, when they had the little pustules on their hands from cows' udders, kind of called cowpox, they didn't get sick or die from smallpox, and everybody else in the village did. So he found a willing participant, a milkmaid by the name of Sarah, and he took some pus out of the pustules on her hands, the cowpox, and he took his gardener's 9-year-old son and scratched his skin and put some of that pus in there. And then a month later, challenged him 3 or 4 times with the blood and mucus from people who had died of smallpox, and the kids survived. Okay, so that was kind of the beginning of serious thoughts about vaccination. Okay, there's long stories before that, but this is the big one, 1797. Anyway, then we go to 1918, and 1919, the Spanish flu. Why do they call it the Spanish flu? Because during the First World War, all the participants didn't want to say anything about their soldiers and their general public dying and getting sick from the flu. So the only ones who were speaking about it in the newspapers and the media was Spain, because they were neutral. They weren't participating on either side. And King Alfonso had died from it, and so it became known as the Spanish flu. It was also known as the Bombay influenza or the Bombay fever for India, because India, in 6 months' time, had 20 million dead from it. In that same 6 months, they had 110 infections, all right? And we had, in 2 years' time, in America alone, 657,000 dead. And let's see here, we're kind of approaching that now. With the COVID-19. And let's see, they had in October of 1918, we had 195,000 dead, okay? That was just in 1 month. That was part of the 657,000. Then in 1952, we had polio. 3,000 died from that. And then 1957-58, we had the Asian flu. 116,000 died from that. And then, let's see here, 2005 to 2012, which is like a 7-year period, we had HIV and AIDS, killed 700,000, about 100,000 a year. Swine flu popped up in 2009 and killed 18,710 in America alone. Okay, and then, let's see here, the coronavirus came in 2020, 2021, and killed 567,597. Okay, and so this is what's going on here. That's kind of the history of these pandemics. And when you look at what's going on here with who gets it, who doesn't, who dies, who doesn't, it all comes down to diet. The people who are looking at this in a shallow way are looking at it. Well, the number one people when it comes to percentages are the indigenous peoples, Native Americans. Number two are the black people. Number three are the Polynesians. We're talking about Hawaii and Alaska. And then come the white folks, and then come the Latinos, the ones that had the least amount of deaths, okay, from this COVID thing, and that continues, are the Asians. All right, the Asians. That's because it's a dietary thing. It's not a racial thing. It's a dietary thing. You've heard me say this a million times. So I want everybody to go to www.drjwallach.com, www.drjwallach.com, and get a hold of the book and the CD, Hell's Kitchen. It goes into the history of this new plague here, if you will, the coronavirus. And it's one of those things where there's just no doubt about it. Whenever you compare like populations and you're comparing somebody with a European background versus an Asian background, the Asians always come out better because they're eating maize, corn, rice, sweet potatoes, squash, and beans. And at that time, the food of choice of the Native Americans was what they called the Three Sisters, okay? They're looking at maize, corn, beans, squash, and there's no gluten in any of that, so they were able to protect themselves as much as possible. Look at the Ojibwe Indians and Navajos. They both have about 350,000 people in their main reservations. The Navajos have 30,000 infections and 1,200 dead. The Ojibways have the same population, about 350,000, in their main reservation, but they only have 27 infections and 0 dead. Well, what's the difference? Well, the Ojibways have been eating rice, wild rice from the Great Lakes area of northern Minnesota for 400 years. They've been eating the wild rice and the algae from the lakes and maize and corn, whereas the Navajos have been eating wheat, barley, rye, and oats since the 1800s. And the Scottish brought their way into North America. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552.
If your doctor is telling you that you can get all the nutrients you need to stay healthy, well, that's just wrong. Dr. Joel Wallach has identified 90 essential nutrients that the human body needs to thrive. Crops only need 3 nutrients to thrive, so where does your doctor think the other 87 nutrients come from? They don't. So if you're not supplementing, you're starving your body. Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine will get you a long way down the road to getting those 90 essential nutrients. Beyond Tangy Tangerine contains plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. Beyond Tangy Tangerine is a balanced and complete daily supplement. So if you want to give your body the nutrients it needs, order Beyond Tangy Tangerine today. Contact your local Youngevity associate to order this product, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Youngevity distributor today.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And kind of a telltale story here, again, goes with Nigeria and Brazil. Both of them have about 208 million people. And Nigeria is 98% black tribal people. Brazil is 47% white, 47% mulatto, mixed background, okay, half black, half white hybrids, and then 9% in Brazil are black. Now, Nigeria has 2,000 dead. Brazil has 330,000 dead. Nigeria has 163,000 infections, and Brazil has 13 million infections. So what's the difference here? Well, the people in Nigeria live on the west coast of Africa, and they're living on maize, corn, rice, sweet potatoes, beans, squash, and seaweed. And, of course, the Brazilians are eating all the wheat, brown, and rye oats that the Europeans brought with them when they came and immigrated to Brazil. All that free farmland and grazing land, all right? And so the Brazilians have been eating wheat, brown, and rye oats for 300-400 years. Nigerians have been eating corn, rice, sweet potatoes, beans, and squash and seaweed for thousands of years, okay? And so it's a dietary thing. It's not a racial thing. If you look at it superficially and you don't look at the details, you can say whatever you want. But when you look at it really critically, it's a dietary thing because the gluten kills your intestine, kills the villi in your intestine. You can't absorb nutrition efficiently, especially if you're not supplementing. And so you can't get nutrition to your bone marrow, which is your immune system. Can't make white blood cells, can't make red blood cells, can't make antibodies to go kill and eat the viruses. And you're not going to respond well to the vaccination if you're eating gluten, okay? Because the vaccines don't kill the viruses. They just alert you to the virus. Okay, well, with that said, Doug, what you got going? What's your pearls of wisdom?
Yeah, I thought we'd talk a little bit about curcumin, as I've got a story headline, Research Explores the Many Health Benefits of Curcumin. Turmeric, known as Curcumin longa, is a multi-purpose plant. It's gained popularity more for its medicinal uses than in the kitchen. A staple herb of Ayurvedic medicine, modern researchers are now rediscovering the therapeutic applications of the herb. A recent study and researchers from India discussed the beneficial effects of curcumin, the main active component of turmeric. This is all published in the International Journal of Herbal Medicine. And they say it's have a long history of medicinal uses going back nearly 4,000 years. In India, an Ayurvedic compendium can be traced back to about 250 BC, recommends the use of turmeric for treating the effects of food poisoning, also used to restore physical energy, dispel worms, improve digestion, regulate menstruation, dissolve gallstones, and relieve arthritis. Folk healers have used turmeric to reduce inflammation and soothe gastrointestinal discomfort caused by digestive disorders such as irritable bowel syndrome. Also has found use as a cleansing agent for wounds. And the use of turmeric to treat respiratory conditions like asthma, bronchial hyperactivity, and allergy is also well documented. In addition, turmeric is said to have be effective for liver disorders, rheumatism, diabetic wounds, cough, and sinusitis. Traditional Chinese medicine, it's known for conditions that affect the digestive system when mixed with milk or water. It's also used for colds and sore throats. So there you go.
Well, there you go. And, of course, if you want to get a hold of the book, let's say Herbal Doctor, it goes into great details of all the herbs and things because we have so many products. We got like 5,000 products, and curcumin and turmeric is in half a dozen of them. And so this, again, you want to do as much as you can for yourself. Just remember, everything that the doctor does is to manage the disease, manage your symptoms. The only thing that they have that will cure anything are pharmaceuticals, okay, that actually are designed to, they're like antibiotics, okay, to kill bacteria, and antivirals to kill viruses. That's it. Everything else they give you is to manage the disease. Wow. Contact your Youngevity associate today, and let's get the quartet of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport Aromatherapy, and it's all in your head, and save yourself. Don't forget, the CD, Is Your Doctor Killing You? We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. On the priority line, 831-685-1080. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I gotta tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Youngevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And don't forget the variants from India. There's 4 different ones. They're starting to appear here now in some significant numbers. So now we have the variants from India, from Brazil, the UK, South Africa, and of all places, California, okay? And so I don't know yet, we're looking into this, whether these variants are just the standard coronavirus that is not responding to your defenses because you don't have any defenses because you're eating like a European instead of an Asian and not supplementing, okay? I said people are going to have a highly variable response to the vaccination because of what they eat, okay? So keep an eye on that. And so these variants, are they really variants, or are they just people who got the regular virus and couldn't cope with it because their bone marrow is dead because they've been eating gluten all their life? Okay, let's see here. Doug, I'm going to go ahead with Charmaine. Charmaine, you there?
I'm here, yeah.
Okay. So what's going on in Michigan? They haven't posted their numbers in 2 days, so I'm getting concerned.
Well,
it must be very, very high.
I was wondering, I went to the bank, to the drive-thru today, and I don't know if they shut the banks down inside again or what. Every day is a different thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
I know
up until...
north, up in Petoskey, there's a brand new Culver's, and you can eat inside up there, but the ones in Grand Rapids, you cannot eat inside.
Mm-hmm.
None of it makes sense to me. You need to go to college to figure out where you can eat and where you can't eat.
Okay, well, up until 2 days ago, Michigan was having the highest rate of infections and deaths.
But you must check. You must know that there is not one flu case in Michigan, not one. Everybody's got the COVID virus. Now, do you think that's logical? No, of course not. They're liars are lying with the figures. You know what I mean? Figures don't lie, but liars figure, right?
Well, if people play with the data, okay, that's for sure.
They do, and they are. There's no question they are. No question at all.
But, when you get 9,000 per day new ones in one state, and 65 to 75,000 new ones countrywide every day, this is, they're talking about the fourth wave coming here. Because, people, they're still eating like Europeans. They're still eating wheat, butter, rye, and oats and drinking wheat, butter, rye, and oats. They're not supplementing. And I just hope and pray that people aren't going to pay a huge, terrible price. And you have to appreciate that you'll add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life if you do everything correctly. And you've seen this over the 30 years we've been working together, Shar. We've seen some terrible, terrible conditions in people, and we put them on the program and get them off all the gluten and bad foods, and they've been in a coma for 8 years, and in 3 days they're normal. Ray McGregor from North Carolina, stuff like that. These are crazy things. You couldn't believe it.
But you got to have people that care about their health more. You care. To me, each individual cares more and knows more about what's going on in their body than their doctor or anybody else does. You gotta listen to your body and care.
Take charge. Okay, thank you, Charmaine, and we'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about longevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And don't forget, if you're going to start exercising again, I do. I walk a mile twice a day, 2 miles a day. I do 20 push-ups in the morning. I'm still cool. And I'm 82 years old. But, I take all my 90 essential nutrients. I stay away from all the bad stuff. And I do use the colloidal silver 4 times a day, 2 droppers full under my tongue, 30 minutes for each meal, 30 minutes for bed. I use the Rebound, or a sports drink with 100 nutrients in it, which we made for Theo Ratliff, and he's got a great story. We'll talk about that another day. And then don't forget, you have to at least get the basic core product, okay, the Healthy Start Pack or the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack if you're going to exercise. And you'll add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life if you stay away from the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat bran-oils, and no sugar. So you can absorb the nutrition. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to California. And Rose, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Rose, you're on the air. How can we help you?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Dr. Wallach.
Yes, ma'am.
My problem is that in the last 2 years, at least half of my head hair has fallen out, and each hair has miniaturized, and it's broken off up to my neck. It's especially thin on the crown, and I'm getting a bald spot. And I don't eat. I eat no sugar. I eat no grain, and I take the vitamins, liquid minerals, omega-3.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of quick questions here. Do you have any other issues, any high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis?
My blood pressure's a little high.
Okay. Do you have gray hair? What hair you got? Is there any gray or white in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any varicose veins?
No.
Your legs? Okay. Do you have any tinnitus or ringing in your ears or balance problems?
No.
Okay. Do you have any hiccups?
No.
Okay. Do you have any bowel problems? Constipation, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, diverticulitis?
No.
No. So your only complaint's a little bit of high blood pressure, some white hair, your hair's falling out, and you're how old?
I'm 60 years old.
60, okay. And how tall are you and what do you weigh?
I'm about 5'11". I weigh about 137.
Okay, so you're very slim. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, Charmaine, what would you do here for Rose? She's losing her hair. She got some
I'd get her on
high
a
blood pressure.
gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats, no oils, no fried foods, and no burnt animal fat. And then I would get her on a healthy brain and heart pack, and I'd add to it the hair, skin, and nails, and vitamin D3 for absorption, and some MSM. And I think that
3 of those twice a day, 1 bottle a month. Yep.
Yeah, I think that should probably take care of most of her problems.
Well, that'll help her. That's for sure. We take people who've been, bald like a bowling ball for 40 years, and just a couple of months on our program, they grow all their hair back. So that's why we have the hair, skin, and nails. Okay, and the MSM will help with that. And so it wouldn't hurt if you're going to have one healthy brain and heart pack. I would throw in another bottle of our selenium, so you can take 3 of those twice a day. And call us every couple of weeks and let us know what's going on. One of the first things you're going to see is your hair color will come back. We'll be back after these messages.
And that does open a line. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach today, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. On the priority line, 831-685-1080. Lines open.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And just a quick comparison between Florida, the state of Florida in the USA, and Taiwan, a classic Asian nation. Both of them have about 22 million people. And Taiwan has, let's see here, 10 dead as of yesterday morning, 10 dead. Florida has 33,000 dead. As of yesterday morning, Taiwan has 1,000 infections, and Florida has over 2 million. So what's the difference? Well, Taiwan is classic 100% Asian. They live on maize, rice, sweet potatoes, beans, squash, and seaweed. Florida is, depending on which county you're looking at, 40, 50, 60% Latino, Black, and Indigenous peoples, Indian tribes, all of whom eat wheat, brown, rye, and oats. So that skews what's going on here. Wheat eaters versus rice eaters. That's the difference. Okay? So again, Taiwan has 10 dead, and Florida has 33,000 dead. Taiwan has 1,000 infections, and Florida has 2 million infections. And that's what the wheat, brown, and rye, and oats does to you, even if you're supplementing. Okay? Because if the wheat, brown, and rye, and oats has the gluten in it, kills your villi, can't absorb nutrition, even if you're supplementing. So you want to eat like an Asian and supplement heavily, and we can talk about that more later. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Minnesota. And John, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
John, you're on the air. How can we help you, sir?
I got about 5 quick questions. Is it worth trying an inversion table? My lower back hurts so much. And then also, I want to ask about your blooming minerals.
Okay, the inversion table, I have one, and I use it maybe 3 days a week. But I always have somebody with me because I don't want to fall and break my leg, because you have to put those things around your legs and stuff like that. So I always have somebody there to make sure that I don't fall sideways or something like that when I get in the table. I don't want to do it by myself. But I don't have any arthritis or low back issues. I'm 82 years old. I've been taking a gluten-free diet for 73 years. I've been taking the 90 essential nutrients for 73 years. And it's one of those things where I don't have any high blood pressure, diabetes, skin problems, bowel problems, lung problems, kidney problems, liver problems. I don't have any of that stuff, okay? And so inversion table can help you over time. It will actually, especially if you do your longevity business as a business, okay, you buy that table and you let some of your customers use it, and you write off the cost as a tax-deductible tool for your business. And so that's kind of where I would go with that, okay? But don't forget, how much do you weigh, John?
147, 5'4", and I'm 68 years old, and I am an associate.
Okay, good. All right, yeah, so at 147 pounds, I would take one. I know Char would have you take one Healthy Brain and Heart pack and one Healthy Bone and Joint pack. Okay, and so go that direction. Don't forget the MSM, 3 of those 3 times a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month. Don't forget the vitamin D3, 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. What's your second question?
With the blooming minerals, I'm going to put tubs, where self-wicking tubs. I'm wondering how much your granulated stuff turns into if I should use liquid, where you put it in with the water, and then use the granulated where you're putting it in the soil. Now,
are you doing hydroponics, or I missed that?
No, it's a tub, and you put milk jugs in, and you put holes in the milk jug, and then it gives more oxygen, I guess, and it's self-watering. You only have to water it like once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
Char? Which one would you use? Would you put in the blooming minerals or the liquid minerals?
I put in the blooming minerals and then water it through that, and it takes the stuff through the holes, the minerals.
Yep, there you go. And of course, it takes a lot of those minerals into solution too.
Right.
Okay, what's your third question?
So in other words, it's got a tube in there, and you pour water into the barrel, and then there's a hole in the side, so if it gets too much water, it comes out. So should I use the liquid in with the water?
I would go ahead and use the blooming minerals. It'd be more economical for you.
Okay, the granulated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But just remember, our minerals are extracted from plants. They're not ground up rocks, so they're very soluble.
Also, how much wood ash should I put in the soil? I'm gonna.
Okay. There's only one trouble with wood ash. You don't know if it has 4 minerals in it, 10 minerals in it, 20 minerals in it, 40 minerals. You don't know how many minerals are in there, but it's okay. And what I would do is mix 10% wood ash with 90% the blooming minerals. That's how I would work it. I would go that direction. Okay, because wood ash is from wood, and blue and minerals is from plants. It's not ground up rocks. And so I'd go 10% wood ash and 90% blue and minerals. I'd mix it up that way as opposed to just trying to do one or the other. Okay, you got time for one more quickie here. We got to run.
How about rainwater? So I use rainwater instead of tap water. And do I have to clean up my gutters so there's no contamination?
Well, they have these screens you can put on your gutters to keep contamination junk out of them. But you want to use that, use the downspouts to collect rainwater in barrels and so forth. And if your gutters are clean, then the rainwater is clean. We used to drink, when I was a kid, we would drink rainwater, okay? It was actually cleaner than well water. Okay, keep us informed what you're doing, what's going on here, and let us know what kind of yield you get from that mix of wood ashes. And also wouldn't hurt to try and do an analysis of those wood ashes. I'll see if I can find a place where we can have that done. Try a university. You might try a university agricultural department. They have the ability to do that, and they probably do it for free just to find out themselves. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Kenneth, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Okay. Hi, Kenneth. How can we help you?
Hi. I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you for what you've done and what you're doing so we can all live long and finish strong. And
well, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm 5'8", 54 years old, 295 pounds. I have been. Hands.
Oh, you disappeared. You disappeared for 30 seconds. I got your height 5'8", your age 5'54", and 295 pounds, and then you went away. Well,
yes,
I don't know what you said.
Fatty liver, erectile dysfunction, numb and tingling hands, edema, digestion, inflammation, absorption, sore left breast, and constipation.
Okay. Do you have any ringing in your ears, any tinnitus or ringing in your ears?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have gray hair and varicose veins?
Gray hair, yes, sir.
Any varicose veins or hemorrhoids?
Hemorrhoids, yes, sir.
Okay, well, hemorrhoids are varicose veins in a funny place. Okay, but it's all caused by the same deficiency. And if this goes on, that deficiency will cause you to have a ruptured aneurysm in your brain or your heart or somewhere else and kill you, okay? So you got to deal with that. Charmaine, what would you do here for Kenneth? He's 295 pounds, and he's got gray hair, he's got hemorrhoids, he's got ED, and hang on. We'll be back with you, Kenneth, after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. The antioxidants found in many fruits and vegetables are known to help support and promote good health. Research has also shown that dark chocolate, once known as the food of the gods, is rich in healthy nutrients. In fact, dark chocolate is higher in antioxidant content than any other food. Youngevity has combined a proprietary blend of velvety rich dark chocolate with whole fruit pulp and whole fruit juice extracts from mangosteen, goji or wolfberry, acai berry, and cherry, along with vitamins and minerals, producing a smooth, rich, delectable concentrate called Cocogevity. It tastes so great, I sometimes drink it right out of the bottle or pour it over ice cream. Cocogevity is highly bioavailable, meaning your body will absorb and make use of all of these healthy nutrients. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If weight loss is your goal,
Try Youngevity Slender FX Keto Caramel Weight Management Bars and Shake. Designed to enhance any low carbohydrate or low glycemic diet by supplying the energizing and filling protein dieters need without unhealthy excess carbs, a keto diet known for its low carb intake, pushing the body to produce ketones from fat. Used as energy, a state known as ketosis, by using fat, not carbohydrates, as fuel in this metabolic state. A keto diet supports and promotes healthy weight management. For optimal health, with this system, you should be able to lose 1 to 2 pounds each day. So, what are you waiting for? Start helping people today with your own home-based business.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity 95 Crusade. We only have a little bit of time here. We have 2 callers left, so we're going to go fast. Shar, hang on. I'm going to have you do the second one. I'm going to do the first one here. Kenneth is 295 pounds. He's 100 pounds overweight for 5'8", and he's got stuff going on in his hands, so it could be a neck issue or osteoporosis of the skull. Okay. And then he's got gray hair and hemorrhoids, okay, so he's got serious deficiencies there. And he's got gut issues, which means gluten. So no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat bran, no sugar. I'd have you take 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. I'd have you get a 3rd pack, which is going to be the healthy bone and joint pack. Okay, the healthy bone and joint pack, the 3rd one. Take a full dose of these things each day, okay? So those 3 packs will last you the month. And then I also want you to have the MSM, 3 of those 3 times a day. That's 2 bottles a month. And let's see here. For the ED, I want you to take 3 eggs twice a day with soft yolks. Hard-boiled eggs won't count. I also want you to have 2 bottles a month of our Zera test. So you can take 3 of those twice a day. And I would also take the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets for blood flow. Take 3 of those twice a day, 2 bottles a month. Okay, Doug, let's go to the last caller here.
Let's head to Florida. And Renee, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Renee, you're on the air. How
Hello.
can we help you?
Hello, I'm a new fan. I just got your minerals today, but I have an issue. I have chickens. They're getting thin, just sitting down and dying. I even switched to organic feed, but I'm at a loss.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Okay. Now, are these chickens outside or are they in a barn? Or
I keep them outside.
okay. Are you feeding them
During the
commercial
day.
chicken feed? Are you feeding commercial chicken feed with vitamins and minerals in it?
Yes, from a big box store, organic. I'm paying a lot for it.
Okay. Okay. Then, okay, Charmaine, what would you add to this chicken feed she's given her chickens, which she's saying are dying?
I would add the humic shale. Hello?
Okay. Yeah, okay. The humic shale, you're talking about the what's the minerals?
Bloomin' minerals.
Bloomin', yeah, okay. Yeah, bloomin' minerals, yeah.
No, eat it. You just mix it with your food.
Yeah. Yeah, just get there. It comes in 40-pound bags, and this is our plant minerals. Has 75 different minerals in there, and so I would definitely do that, as Shar says. and go that direction. Make sure you're not giving them any wheat, bread, or oats. If you want to give them any kind of grain, you could give them just, say, cracked corn, give them a little bit of energy, but don't give them so much cracked corn that they're not going to eat the minerals. But Char's exactly right. You need to give them the bloomin' minerals, and you can mix their feed with it so that some of the bloomin' minerals are, kind of attached to their feed. Wouldn't hurt to throw some cracked corn in there, and so forth. And then call us every couple of weeks and let us know how those chickens are doing, because they're tough. They do pretty well, and so I want to know what's going on there, why they're all dying, okay, or just one died, or how many have died?
I've lost one this morning, and I lost one last week, and then a couple months ago I lost a couple. I thought I'd solved the problem, but yeah. But their feed, I did look that up. It does have wheat in it, even though it's organic. So I'm going
It doesn't matter.
Say get rid of the.
Okay. You got to change feeds, because organic wheat is like saying it's safe to shoot yourself in the head with a copper jacketed bullet because the lead won't touch you. It's a stupid thing, right?
That's good. That was going to be exact, and that's my next order. I wanted to get blooming for my garden,
minerals.
So I can use that same stuff for my animals. Good.
Oh, absolutely. You can use it for people too, because it's just a solid form of our liquid minerals. Okay, and it's the same source that we get our liquid minerals from. It's a plant material that's at the bottom of the ocean. It's a great story. One of these days in my monologue, I'll tell the story of how we get the bloomin' minerals, because people can't figure out where these plant minerals come from. They're plant minerals. They're not ground up rocks. Big thing. Okay, thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you, Renee. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Super job. AAA as usual. Thank you, Doug. Super job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. God bless the American flag. God bless our national anthem. And God bless America.
When those aches and pains in your knees, elbows, hands, shoulders, and back crop up, reach for Youngevity's CM Cream. Put CM Cream on a Q-tip and put it in your ear canal for relief from headaches and sinus pressure. A topical temporary relief from minor aches and pains of muscles and joints associated with strains, sprains, and simple backaches. Why take aspirin or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that can cause stomach bleeding and liver damage? Just apply CM Cream liberally to the affected areas, and within 20 minutes or so, you'll have relief from those nagging minor aches and pains. You'll feel better for up to 4 to 5 hours. So the next time you have achy joints or muscles, do what I do. Reach for CM Cream for relief. And for systemic relief, reach for CM Plus capsules. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.